While managing the Alberta operations for an industrial-scale company, I needed to order a sign for one of our facilities. I was not impressed with the telephone manner of the sign companies I called. They were almost rude. I thought to myself, if these guys can make a living selling signs, I could make a fortune. Most businesses spend a lot of money to make that telephone ring, and no effort should be spared in ensuring that phone call turns into a customer. The most important person in your office is the one who answers the phone. Whether it's a possible new customer or it's an existing customer, phoning your company must be an uplifting experience. Always remember, in most cases 90% of your business comes from 10% of your customers. I wanted the sign on the building to be individual letters done in our corporate letter style. My Montreal head office would not approve the cost, so I spent a weekend cutting the letters out and installing them on the building the following weekend. To my surprise, as other tenants moved into the neighboring offices, they were approaching me to see where I had my sign made. This turned into a few more weekend projects for me, and it had me giving some serious thought to this business opportunity. It would not be easy to walk away from a company car with expense account while I was responsible for a young family and the mortgage on our home. However, the company I was working for could not be competitive with their pricing structure, and it was very frustrating to spend my time finding new customers, then helping them with the design of their project, only to be told the project would need to go to tender. So my competitors would never need to leave their office. They would just need to wait for the RFP to come in, then quote on the job and get it. So starting my own business might be my best solution. It was a very big step for us, so I did as much research as possible before I took the dive. I could see a market for a sign company specializing in individual letters on building fronts. None of the existing sign companies seemed to be covering that market, and I could see a need. There was no internet at that time, so I needed to see if there were companies manufacturing ready-made letters I could use as part of my business. A trip to the library gave me North American business directories, and I was able to find what I needed. We needed money for a startup, so we took a second mortgage on our house for $5,000. As the business progressed, we could see it was going to work, but we found it necessary to borrow another $5,000. It all worked out in the end. I had no idea how to structure my pricing, but I soon had more work than I could handle. To try to cool things down a bit, I doubled my pricing, but that didn't work, so I needed to increase prices again. After about a year, we could stop working out of the house and start looking for a facility. We found one in the new business center being built in Broadmoor, and we were soon moving in. We started with AAA Sign Company to get top billing in the telephone directory, but when we moved into our Broadmoor facility, we incorporated and changed it to Prestige Signs. Gail looked after the office and accounting, and I was doing sales and management. I hired and trained an installer, and we soon had 2 and sometimes 3 other people working for us. Over the next several years, the business grew fast, and we soon had a new luxury car, and I had the money for all of the latest man toys. We ran the business for about 10 years and sold it as a going concern. Starting a new business is a big step, and when I look at it today, I am not sure how I found the courage, but it worked out in the end.